In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Tony Gaskins saying that the red pill is formed by a bunch of men that were overlooked by women. Let's get into it.
The most dangerous man on the face of the planet is an insecure man. Because who shoots up the schools? Who shoots up the churches? Who goes to the grocery store and takes all these lives? Insecure men, overlooked men, undervalued men, disrespected men.
So I read an article. It's funny. It ties into what you were saying. They were saying there's a small portion of men that's getting all the women. And it makes sense because the majority of women want this type of men. That's wild, bro.
Yep.
So what happens to the other brothers out there?
That forms the red pill.
I got you now.
That's what forms the red pill. That's what forms MGTOW, men going their own way. That's what forms the manosphere, is the overlooked men.
See, that's incorrect. What forms this is the man that has now looked at reality and saying, look, I'm walking away. See, Tony Gaskins is okay with telling women to walk away. But if men say, I want to walk away, then all of a sudden, these are the degenerate men. These are the men that were overlooked. And this is the fundamental issue that we have. And women know that this is not true as well. That is why women are angry at MGTOW. That is why women are angry at the red pill community, because when women look over there and they see the men that are talking, they say, I would like to date a man like that. He's a nice looking guy. He seems to be ambitious. So what problem does he have with women? He doesn't seem like he should have a problem with women. You got men like Slim Thug, who's like, I would never marry a woman because I seen what these married women do. So even eligible bachelors are foregoing dealing with these women, which is red pill in nature. How you telling women to walk away? Men are telling other men to walk away if the women are not meeting those men's standards. And when we tell men to walk away, all of a sudden it's because these men are insecure. But when Tony Gaskins tells women to walk away, it's an exhibition of their strength. And this is the issue. Like, the men that women want are in the red pill community. But what that means is that you're not going to be able to get over with some of the things that you was getting over with before. You're going to have to come super, super correct. Listen to this next clip and watch how he begins to reveal the truth that him and so many other male dating coaches don't want to accept.
And we need women on the dating market to understand that there's more to a man than his height. Look, and our society has done this intentionally, and it's the work of the devil. Because if you can debase the man, demean the man, degrade the man, destroy the man, then the adversary has control over the masses.
This is exactly what I'm saying. How can you say these two things? This is why I believe that all men have to eventually come on this side and speak over to the side of the women. Because until you come to the man's side and speak over to the women, you are a part of what's breaking these men down. You are a part of what's destabilizing. When you tell a woman to leave a man, you are a part of what's destabilizing the man. You are the one that's telling her, walk away from him. He a grown-ass boy, without even maybe hearing his side of the story. All I'm saying is that I agree with a lot of the things that he's saying, but I do believe that some of his ideas are incongruent.
I know how privileged, and I say this humbly, right? I didn't know how privileged I was until I started teaching and I was around teenagers again, because you know, I played sports. I was top 20 playing in the state. You're tall, you have your little look. Never had an issue with the ladies, but I didn't realize how many boys are just fully ignored, like their entire life. Their parents don't pay them no mind. Females don't pay them no mind. They never got an accomplishment. And that just seems like majority of men. It's a sad, lonely reality, you know?
It is sad, man. And that's the thing, is like, women have to understand that. Like, we need mothers to understand that. We need fathers to understand that. And we need women on the dating market to understand that there's more to a man than his height and his look. And our society has done this intentionally. And it's the work of the devil. Because if you can debase the man, demean the man, degrade the man, destroy the man, then the adversary has control over the masses. Because if a man has confidence and he is leading his home, now the world outside, the world at large, the system they can't have control because that man has control over the minds of his family. He's training them, he's teaching them, he's leading them. But if you break the man, you break the family. So if you feed the women the image that the only man that is worthy of you is a 6 foot tall man who makes 6 figures,
Who has every option on earth.
who has every option on earth, now you keep women single because they only get to sleep with those men, not marry those men. They get pregnant by those men and they have a tall son, but they're a single mom. And that man is out spreading himself thin because every single woman wants him. So now you have a strong, independent single mom who makes money, and she's ripe for the picking by the commercialism. They're taking all of her money. She's living paycheck to paycheck. She's still broke, even though she makes 6 figures, because she doesn't have a covering. She doesn't have a man that she could put her head together with, and they could create a budget and they could build financial stability, because she's been sold that the best type of man is this type of man. And all she got from that man is a little bit of sex, but no commitment. And now you have the weak woman who's raising her child. Then you have the broken and confused man who's being overlooked and he's hating women. Yeah. And then you got the man who thinks he is the man, but it has gone to his head and now he's abusing that power and he's just spreading himself thin and never getting married.
I'm glad I came down here, yo. I'm glad I came down here because, no, serious thing is just like when we break down our situation as black people, we have the internal conflict and we have the outside external, you know, because obviously between education, prison, food, and all that. But from a relationship standpoint, the way the thing is set, it builds so much confusion because, as I said, this group of guys who just feel like left out of everything is a very dangerous and toxic group. One, for the message that they're spreading, and also they're not contributing or even interested in contributing to the development of our people.
Well, they were interested, but our people are not giving them anything of substance anymore. And like I said, when you hear men like Tony Gaskins, I agree with everything that he just said. But then as I'm listening to another clip from him, he's saying, women, don't settle for what you don't want.
I really just don't know how to say it other than you don't have to accept anything less than what you want.
The reason why I always say that these guys are a problem is because the information that they're giving women is the reason why women are going to stay single. And those two messages are very conflicting messages.
They kind of like separated themselves. They don't have that association with the development of black people.
That's why it's called MGTOW. Yeah. You heard of that?
Yeah.
Men going their own way. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a broken man. It's a hurting man. It's an angry man. It's an upset man. And he is now going his own way.
No, that's not true. That's what I'm saying. That's inaccurate. It's like if you can't see that men are just saying, I don't want to go through those type of things, it's not because I'm hurt. It's because everybody has to have an incentive to take an action. And so like they sitting right here saying like, okay, men are toxic and these type of things, which is debasing the man even more. And still in the same conversation saying these women got crazy standards. They like drug dealers and scammers. The government is trying to debase men. So just because a man doesn't have an incentive to be with a woman, it does not mean that that man is hurt. You know, men can live without women. But God said, okay, it's not good for men to be alone, but men can live without women. It's better to live on the roof of the house than to live with a quarrelsome woman. Tony Gaskins is sitting here laying down all of the attributes of a quarrelsome woman, but then saying somehow if men don't want to deal with that, they're hurt men.
It's more work. It's more work to have a solid dude, and that's easier work.
So once again, you have the men saying the truth, but not accepting the truth.
It's very picky. I have women that I coach that say, Tony, he must have a strong hairline. And I'm talking to these women in their 40s. And I'm like, men start losing hair at 18.
Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments below. And I got another video similar to this one called Avoid Men Like Yada Awakening. Click the link below and I'll see you over there. Peace.